First things first, I'm just going to go through very basic abilities, stuff that makes up Psylocke, and then I'm going to really go into the actually really important combos you need to know if you want to perform well on Psylocke. So, starting off, we have Psylocke's left clicked, which is when she fires off 2 volleys of shurikens, like so. You can actually cancel it into 1 volley with melee or any of her abilities. So you can, for example, do that. You'll figure out a lot later that she is full of animation cancels and partially what makes her a 5-star difficulty. When you hit her volley of shurikens, you'll actually get refunded some of her cooldowns on her abilities. So as so, if I were to use my dash, and if I were to land all my volleys of primary fire on this Lunar Snow, I'll actually get my shift refunded, which is pretty cool, and it helps you stay in fights a lot longer, especially when you're in solo fights with other people. It really helps you keep up your sustain. Talking about sustain, we've got her next ability, which is her right click. Now this shoots out similar to the left click, which shoots out a volley of shurikens, as so. They'll stick into the target if it hits one, or it'll stay in the air. So as you can see, if I shoot it in the air, it'll just stay in the air. And after 3 seconds, it will get recalled to me. Now, when it hits a target, it'll grant you 50 bonus health. And when it gets recalled, if it hits a target, it'll also give me 50 bonus health. Meaning that you can overall get 100 bonus health if you hit 2 targets. Now, what's really interesting about this ability is you don't actually have to land it on the first shot. For example, if I were to miss my target with my right click, it actually gets recalled wherever my cursor is when I press the button or when the timer runs out. So as you can see, if I were to shoot my shurikens up here, they'll get recalled and hit the Lunar Snow, give me the 50 bonus health. Moving on, we have her cloak. There's nothing very interesting about her cloak. One thing you should know is her main engage tool. That's really the way you want to get in to do your combos, right? The problem with Psylocke is actually getting into the backline safely without being noticed and actually being able to land your combo. So this is the way you want to do it, right? You want to kind of use it as, I guess a good comparison is kind of Sombra Stealth, right? This is your main way of getting in and landing everything. As I said earlier, I mean, the only other really thing is it can be animation cancelled, I guess. Next ability, we have the shift, which is her dash. So you can actually get 2 casts of this. In the previous iterations of the game, it was actually 1 cast. It was buffed to 2 for obvious reasons. But yeah, so shift, it can be used very versatile, right? So you can be used as an escape tool, way to reposition, or mainly you want to use it as a way to execute, right? This is the way you want to finish your combos. When I get into the combos a bit later, you'll realize why. But especially now with 2 casts, you really just want to use one to execute the target and then the other to get out. That's really the main way you want to utilize both the casts efficiently. That pretty much goes over most things in our kit. We just have our ultimate remaining. Now, Psylocke's ultimate works in a very strange way, and it'll take quite some getting used to. So when it's casted, you'll have a very slight sort of animation where you are vulnerable, right? So she'll pull out the blade, as so. And in those first, like, second or 2 seconds, you're actually vulnerable. So this isn't an ultimate where you want to run in front of the team and pop it, as most of the times you will get burst down before you can even start. But if you do manage to get it off, you'll summon sort of like a circle on the ground. Now, anyone inside the circle is going to get struck. As so. And it strikes up to 8 times. So, can do a lot of damage. Very, very, very high damage, man. Very high damage. Although the one thing you want to learn about this ultimate is that the damage, of course, gets scaled down the more people that are in it, right? Because it's going to strike more enemies, meaning you don't get as much kind of targeted damage on the person you want. So that's why with this ultimate, especially in kind of the meta we're in right now, where there's a lot of sustain, a lot of just a lot of abilities that can kind of negate Psylocke ult. So you really kind of just want to use it on 1 to 2 high value squishies, right? Confirming 2 kills is a lot better than so much useless damage that can just get healed up instantly by strategists, right? So you just want you really want to secure kills, right? Securing kills is so important, and even trading a Psylocke ult for, let's say, a Lunar Snow or Mantis ult is very good, right? Very good. You want to think of trades. Trading ultimates for something so high value as Lunar Snow ult is very good. It's also something to keep in mind. Yeah. Moving on to combos now, I want to show you guys some really, really important combos for you guys to learn. Now, this is probably, I'd say, the most important thing out of this video, the key takeaway that you need to know. Because if you do not know Psylocke combos, you aren't going to perform very well, right? With this character, the reason she's so hard is because you need to perform things in a certain way to do burst damage. So I'm going to show you guys a combo that I learned, and one that is probably the most important, right? Because you can get damage off so quickly. So first you want to start things with 2 left clicks, which is your primary fire. And you want to cancel those left clicks into a melee. So this is your first animation cancel. Boom. Gives you extra damage, also allowing you to cast your right click a lot faster.
What a disgrace.
So if I show you on this Lunar Snow here, left click, into melee cancel, into right click. So if you do that properly, it'll come out really fast like so. Now doing this all together, you then want to finish with the dash. Doing your dash automatically recalls the shurikens, no matter where they are, meaning that you'll get that extra damage of pulling them out again. Also, the bonus shield, right? Doing the combo all together will, yeah, one-shot the Lunar Snow. So this is what I'm saying when I mean this is so important, because when you're in the backline, you need a way to execute the targets quickly. Because if you stay in the backline too long as Psylocke, you're not actually going to be able to disengage with much, because you will just get chased down and, yeah, most likely die. Like, I will say this right now, your invis tool is not a very good disengage. Right? There will be a lot of times where you pop invis, and most of the time people just know where you're going and you will just die. So you really want to be able to execute targets quickly. That's literally the one thing you need to learn on Psylocke. The most important takeaway of this video, man.